Hello traders and welcome to another video. So in this video I'll be breaking down how I caught a 1:5 risk reward set trade on Euro USD using only three concepts, which is the daily open high low close, 4-hour CRT, and then 15-minute entry. So stay tuned for this amazing video. Let's dive into the breakdown. So first thing first was that I started this analysis from the weekly time frame. So on this weekly time frame, I was able to identify that price was what in a bearish trend. So looking at this weekly time frame, you can clearly see that price is what in a bearish trend. We are making series of lower low and lower high, lower low, and then we pull back into this SVG, which is our internal liquidity. Now, I was looking to do what to sell from here to our external liquidity or our previous weekly candle low. So this is what I was able to identify on the higher time frame before heading down to the daily time frame to look for my entries. So on this daily time frame yesterday, as you can see, we had a lot of accumulation here which was consolidating. We were consolidating inside this our daily candle. There was a lot of consolidation inside this daily candle. We didn't take out the high of this candle and we didn't take out this low. So this was accumulation. And then most of you already know that whenever we have an accumulation and price is supposed to push to the downside, we first of all manipulate the high of the range before heading to the low of the range. So this was where everything started from. So after we manipulated the high of the range, I started seeing some bearish candle to the downside, but I was not interested to sell yet until we had what a candle closure below the body of the candle that did the manipulation. So this was the first confirmation on the daily time frame that we were heading to the downside. Now, moving to where I use the daily open high low close of the candle or somewhere around here. After this candle broke below here, this candle was a bearish candle, which is a bearish continuation candle, showing that the next candle is supposed to be a bearish candle heading to where the low of this previous candle. So what I did is that since I have gotten my direction on the weekly time frame, I've gotten my confirmation, candle closure confirmation on the daily time frame. The only thing left for me is to wait for a new candle to open, which was this current candle, form the wick of a candle, form the wick of the candle, is when price forms the wick of that candle that I will now expect a expansion to the downside. Because mostly, if we are going to have a bearish candle or if we are going to be bearish for the day, price normally do what? We open, form the wick of that candle at a key level. Then once we form the wick of that candle at a key level, before we do the expansion to the downside, so it used to happen. So now you'll be asking your question, what kind of key level am I talking about? The kind of key level I'm talking about is your 4-hour key level, something like a 4-hour FVG, 4-hour external liquidity sweep. That is how you get your wick of a candle to form. So what I just did is that I aligned this daily with my 4-hour point of interest. So I was expecting this candle to open, form the wick of a candle within the body of this candle, form the wick of this candle within the body of this candle. What I normally do to identify where exactly price is going to form is that I normally like to flip my candle from the swing high to the swing low. Then I expect it to respect 0.5 of this current candle. So that was when I moved to the 4-hour time frame to look for a 4-hour point of interest that is aligning with what the body of that daily candle. So coming back to this daily candle, this was the candle I was trading from. I expected price to do what? Open, form the wick of this candle inside what? A key level, 4-hour FVG. It was inside this 4-hour FVG that I now expected the reversal to where to the downside. So what did I do? Since price have opened, tapped into this 4-hour point of interest, that was when I started looking for a CRT reversal to form inside this key level. So zooming it, if we should zoom out this trade here, you will notice that we had a sweep above the candle that tapped into this point of interest, taking out buy side liquidity. So it was when I started seeing some kind of rejection above the high of this candle, as I quickly went down to my 15 minutes time frame to wait for a confirmation. Now, moving down to the 15 minutes time frame, which was where I took this trade from. After the buy side liquidity was taken out, the second step is to wait for what? A structural shift to the downside. Moving this to line chart, because I normally like to move to line chart if I'm finding it difficult to identify the trend. If you notice here, we had a higher high, and then we had a lower low, which was what? A change of character. Then once we had that change of character, that was when I marked out my words, CISD, change in state of delivery. So it was from the CISD, 15 minutes CISD, that I took this trade from. Now, the entry was from the body of this candle, SL, somewhere above this high. I was targeting what the previous daily candle low, which was here. In summary of what I did is that I identified where we are heading to on the weekly time frame, got a continuation candle on the daily time frame, expected the current candle to do what? Like for example now, this is our current candle. If this current candle end up closing as a bearish candle, what I will be expecting tomorrow is what? Another continuation to the downside. I will expect it to open, form the wick of that candle, somewhere around the body of this candle, before the expansion to the downside, just like we did today. Then I will now go down to the 4-hour time frame. It's on this 4-hour time frame that I will look for a key level where the wick of that our daily candle can likely form. Can likely, if we open, form the wick of that candle somewhere around this FVG. Then I will use the 15 minutes for a reversal to the downside. This is just an easy and a straightforward way to catch a trade, especially on as a day trader. Now, in summary, opened, form the wick of our candle inside the key level, use CRT candle reversal, 15 minutes for confirmation and entry. So that is it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and comment, and also subscribe to be able to get more videos like this breakdown. Because most of all this video is very educative and is not something you are supposed to miss out for. So thank you guys for watching. See you on the next video.